Prince of Denmark, a play by William Shakespeare, read for you by Weirdo. Act 3, Scene 1. A room in the castle. Enter King, Queen, Polonius, Ophelia, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern. And you still haven't found any sneaky way to figure out why he's acting so crazy, why he's trashing all his peace and calm with this wild, dangerous madness? He admits he feels all out of sorts, but he absolutely refuses to say what's causing it. And he's not exactly open to being probed. He dodges us with this clever kind of madness, always staying just out of reach whenever we try to get him to confess what's really going on inside. Did he treat you well? As you'd expect from a gentleman, though it felt like he was forcing himself to be polite. He didn't ask as much, but when we questioned him, he answered freely. Did you try to get him to do anything for fun? Madame, it just so happened we ran into some actors on our way here. We told him about them, and he actually seemed kind of happy to hear it. They're here at the court now, and I believe they've already arranged to perform for him tonight. That's absolutely true, and he asked me to beg your majesties to watch the play as well. Gladly. It honestly pleases me to hear he's in that kind of mood. Good gentlemen, keep encouraging him and push him further towards enjoying these entertainments. We will, my lord. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern exits. Sweet Gertrude, you head out too. We've secretly arranged for Hamlet to come here, so it'll look like he just happens to run into Ophelia. Her father and I, acting as legit spies, will hide ourselves in such a way that we can watch without being seen and judge their meeting honestly. We want to see if it's really love that's making him suffer like this, or if something else is driving him mad. I'll do as you ask. And as for you, Ophelia, I truly hope that your beauty is the reason for Hamlet's madness. If that's the case, then maybe your goodness can help bring him back to how he used to be, which would be an honor to both of you. Madame, I hope so too. Queen exits. Ophelia, walk here. Your Majesty, if it pleases you, let's hide ourselves. To Ophelia, read this book, so it looks like you're just spending time alone, keeping up appearances. We're often guilty to this kind of thing. It's been proven too many times. We cover up evil with the face of devotion and dress the devil in the robes of holiness. King aside. It's too true. That speech just whipped my conscience hard. A prostitute's makeup, caked on thick, isn't more disgusting to her real face than my crime is to the fancy words I used to hide it. What a crushing weight this is. I hear him coming. Let's hide, my lord. King and Polonius exit. Hamlet enters. To be or not to be? That's the real question. Is it more noble to just take the hits, the blows and the misery that life throws at us, or to fight back against all that pain? And by doing so, end it once and for all? To die, to sleep, nothing more. And by sleep, I mean an end to heartache and the endless shocks that our bodies are cursed to suffer. It is an end that I would truly wish for. To die, to sleep, oh, maybe to dream. Yeah, that's the problem, because when we're dead, what dreams might come once we've shed this flesh and blood chaos? That's what makes us hesitate. That's the fear that makes us drag out our suffering for so long. Who would put up with time's beatings, with oppression, with arrogant jerks, with heartbreak, slow justice, corrupt officials, and the constant disrespect good people get from the unworthy, when you could just end it all with something as simple as a dagger? Who would carry all this weight, grunting and sweating through a miserable life, except that fear of what comes after? That unknown country, the afterlife, no one's ever come back from. That's what messes with our heads. It makes us choose the misery we know over the possibilities we don't. So yeah, conscience makes cowards of us all. And bold, brave ideas get watered down by overthinking until even the most powerful plans get derailed and never become action. Oh, wait, quiet now. Here comes beautiful Ophelia, goddess in your prayers. Please remember all my sins. My good lord, how have you been these past few days? Thank you kindly. Well. My lord, I have some things you gave me. I've been wanting to give them back for a while. Please take them now. No, not from me. I never gave you anything. My honored lord, you know you did. And with them, words so sweetly spoken, they made the gifts even more precious. But the sweetness has faded, so take them back. To a noble mind, even rich gifts feel worthless when the giver turns cold. Here, my lord. Ha! Are you honest? My lord? Are you beautiful? What are you getting at, my lord? That if you're both honest and beautiful, your honest shouldn't be talking to your beauty. But could beauty, my lord, have any better companion than honesty? Yeah, sure, because beauty has more power to twist honesty into something dirty than honesty has to make beauty pure. People used to think that sounded crazy, but these days it's clearly true. I did love you once. You did, my lord. You made me believe it. You shouldn't have. Even virtue can't fully cleanse the rot we're born with. We'll always carry the taste of it. I never loved you. Then I was even more fooled. Go to a nunnery. Why would you want to bring more sinners into the world? I'm sort of decent, on a good day, but even I could list off enough sins to make you wish my mother had never given birth to me. I'm full of pride, revenge, ambition. I've got more sins ready to go than I have thoughts to hold them, imagination to shape them, more time to commit them. What are guys like me doing, crawling around between heaven and earth? We're all liars, cheats, every last one. Don't trust any of us. Now go to a nunnery. Where's your father? He's at home, my lord. Then lock the doors on him, so he can play the fool in private and nowhere else. Goodbye. Oh, sweet heavens, help him. If you do get married, I've got a curse to send with you as a wedding gift. Even if you're as pure as ice, as spotless as snow, people will still slander you. So go to a nunnery. Just go. Okay, farewell. Or if you have to marry a fool, because smart men know exactly what kind of monsters you women turn them into. To a nunnery. Go and make it quick. Farewell. Heavenly powers, bring him back to himself. I've heard all about your makeup tricks too. God gives you one face and you paint on another. You prance, you strut, you fake baby voices, you give dumb nicknames to everything God made, and then you act like your flirting is just innocence. Enough! I'm done with it. This whole thing has driven me mad. I'm telling you, no more marriages. The ones already married, all but one, can stay alive. The rest, stay single. To a nunnery, go! Exit. Oh, what a noble mind has been destroyed. That sharp mind, the courtier's charm, the soldier's strength, the scholar's wit, the hope and pride of the whole nation, the mirror of high society, the model every man admired, the one everyone watched, has completely fallen. And I, more miserable than any woman who once drank in the sweetness of his love and words, now watch that brilliant, royal mind sounds like sweet bells smashed and ringing out of tune. That perfect figure of blooming youth now wrecked by madness. Oh, woe is me, to have seen what was, and now see what he's become. Enter King Apollonius. Love? No. His feelings don't lean that way. And what he said, though a bit messy, didn't sound like madness to me. There's something deeper in his soul, and his sadness is sitting on it like a mother hen, ready to hatch something dangerous. To stop that before it breaks loose, I've made a quick decision. We're sending him to England right away, to take care of that unpaid tribute we've ignored. Maybe the oceans, new lands, and all the different sights will shake loose whatever's festering inside him. Right now, his mind is stuck on something that's beating against his brain and tearing him away from who he used to be. What do you think? That should work. But I still believe the root of all of this comes from love gone cold and ignored. How now, Ophelia? You don't need to repeat what Lord Hamlet said. We heard the whole thing. My lord, do as you think best. But if you agree, then after the play, let his mother, and only his mother, talk to him in private. Have her speak plainly, dig into his grief, and I'll hide nearby. If it pleases you to hear the whole conversation, if she can't get through to him, then send him to England. Or lock him up wherever you think is best. That's what we'll do. When powerful people go mad, we can't afford to take our eyes off of them. They exit. Scene 2. A hall in the castle. Enter Hamlet and certain players. Say the speech the way I gave it to you. Smooth and natural, like it just rolls off the tongue. But if you bellow it out like some of those loud-mouthed actors do, I'd rather have the town crier yelling my lines. And don't go chopping up the air with wild hand gestures either. Keep it gentle. Even in the middle of a storm of emotion, a full-blown hurricane of feeling, you've still gotta find control. A kind of grace that makes it all flow. Ugh. It drives me crazy when some over-the-top, wig-wearing buffoon rips a passionate speech to shreds, yelling so loud he nearly burst the eardrums of the cheap seat crowd, who, let's be honest, only care about loud noises and dumb mime shows anyway. Ugh, I swear I'd have that kind of actor whipped for overacting like some screeching termagant. He's more over the top than Herod himself. Please don't do that. Don't worry, my lord. I promise. But hey, don't go too soft either. Let your own judgment guide you. Match your actions to the words and your words the actions. But most importantly, don't go beyond what's natural. Anything over the top misses the whole point of acting, which is and always has been to hold a mirror up to life itself. To show virtue what it really looks like, to show scorn its own face, and to give the audience a clear reflection of the world they live in. Now, when acting is either overblown or clumsy, it might get a laugh from people who don't know any better, but it'll make anyone with good taste cringe. And that one thoughtful person's opinion should matter more to you than a whole crowd of clueless clappers. Oh, I've seen actors and heard them praise to the skies who, not to be rude, sounded like they'd never even heard of what it means to be human. They didn't walk or talk like Christians, pagans, or even basic men. They strutted and roared on stage like monsters so badly that I honestly thought some lazy assistant to Mother Nature had tried to make a man and botched the job. They imitated humanity so horribly. I hope we've cleaned that up pretty well in our company, sir. No, fix it all the way. And make sure the clowns don't go off script. Some of them start cracking themselves up on stage just to get a few brain-dead audience members to laugh with them. Even if something important is happening in the play at that moment, that's trash behavior. And it shows the pathetic ego of a clown desperate for attention. Now go, get ready. Players exit. Enter Polonius, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern. Well, now, my lord, will the king be watching this performance? The queen, too, and very soon. Okay, tell the players to hurry up. Polonius exits. Will you two help speed things along? We will, my lord. We will, my lord. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern exits. Hey there, Horatio. Enter Horatio. Right here, my sweet lord, at your service. Horatio, you are as honest and true a man as anyone I've ever known. Oh, my dear lord. No, don't think I'm flattering you. What could I possibly gain from you? You don't have any money or power. You're just your good spirit to live on. Why would anyone flatter the poor? No, leave the sweet talking to those who kiss up to pompous fools and bend their knees where sucking up brings profit. Listen, since my soul learned how to choose its own companions and could tell good men from bad, it picked you. You suffered every blow life could throw without even seeming broken. You've taken fortune's punches and prizes with the same calm gratitude. Blessed are those whose passion and logic are so perfectly balanced that fortune can't play them like a flute, twisting them whichever way she wants. Give me that kind of man, one who's not a slave to emotion, and I'll hold him close in the core of my heart. In the heart of my heart, just like I do with you. Okay, enough much. There's a play tonight before the king. One scene in it lines up closely with what I told you about my father's death. So please, when that part starts, watch my uncle. Really watch him with your soul's full attention. If his hidden guilt doesn't bust out during that scene, then we've seen a cursed ghost. And my whole theory is as filthy as Vulcan's nasty forge. So watch him closely. I'll be glued to his face. Then afterward, we'll compare notes and judge how he seemed. All right, my lord, if he tries to sneak anything, even a flicker of guilt while this play is going on and I miss it, then I'll take the blame for letting it slip. They're coming to the play. Time for me to act casual. Find yourself a seat. Danish march, a flourish, enter King, Queen, Polonius, Ophelia, Rosencrantz, Guildenstern, and others. How are you doing, cousin Hamlet? Oh, excellent, truly. I'm dining like a chameleon, feasting on air stuffed full of promises. Can't fatten chickens on that, you know? I don't get this answer, Hamlet. Those words don't make sense to me. They don't make sense to me either. Not anymore. To Polonius. My lord, didn't you say you used to act in college? I did, my lord, and I was considered a pretty good actor. What role did you play? I played Julius Caesar. I got killed in the Capitol. Brutus stabbed me. Brutal of him to butcher such a top-grade calf right there in public. Are the players ready? Yes, my lord. They're just waiting for you. Come here, my sweet Hamlet, next to me. No, dear mother, there's a seat over here with a stronger magnetism. To the king. Oh, did you catch that? Lady, may I lie on your lap? Lies down at Ophelia's feet. No, my lord. I mean, my head on your lap. Yes, my lord. Do you think I meant something a little more country? I wasn't thinking anything, my lord. That's a fine kind of thought, to lie between a maiden's legs. What is, my lord? Nothing. You're in a playful mood, my lord. Me? Yes, my lord. Oh, God. You're the only one making me dance like this. What else can a man do but laugh, huh? Just look. See how cheerful my mother is? And my father's been dead not even 2 hours. No, my lord. It's been 2 whole months. Twice over. That long? Oh, well then, let the devil wear black mourning clothes. I'll wear furs instead. Good heavens. Dead 2 months and still remembered? Then maybe there's hope a great man's memory could actually last 6 months after he dies. But honestly, he'd have to build churches or something. Or else he'll be tossed aside like the hobby horse, whose sad little tombstone reads, for oh, the hobby horse is forgot. Trumpets sound, the dumb show enters. A king and queen come in, acting deeply in love. She embraces him, he returns it. She kneels, making some big emotional vow. He lifts her up and rests his head on her shoulder. He lies down on a bed of flowers, and once he's asleep, she quietly leaves. Then another man enters. He takes the king's crown, kisses it, and pours poison into the king's ear. He sneaks away. The queen returns and finds the king dead, and returns with a dramatic grief. The poisoner comes back in, now with 3 or 4 silent followers. He pretends to mourn with the queen. The king's body is carried off, then the poisoner starts wooing the queen with gifts. At first, she's hesitant, but eventually she gives in and accepts his love. Exit. What does this mean, my lord? Oh, this is some sneaky business. My king Maleko. It means trouble. It probably hints at the plot of the play. Enter prologue. We'll find out from this guy. Actors can't keep secrets. They'll spill everything. So, will he tell us what that show was about? Oh, exactly. Or any kind of show you give him. If you're not too ashamed to show it, he sure won't be shy about saying what it means. You're naughty. Truly naughty. I'm watching the play now. For us and for our tragedy, here bowing to your courtesy, we beg you, listen patiently. Was that the prologue or just some cheesy inscription inside a wedding ring? It's short, my lord, like a woman's love. Enter a king and a queen. For 30 years, the sun god's chariot has circled the salty seas and the round earth below, and 30 dozen moons have borrowed their glow to mark the turning of those years in time since love first joined our hearts, and in holy marriage bound our hands together in sacred union. May the sun and moon circle us many times more before our love ever fades away. But oh, lately, you've grown so ill, so unlike your cheerful former self, that I can't help but worry. Still, in my doubts, shouldn't trouble you, my love, for in women both fear and love come in wild swings, either nothing at all or completely overwhelming, and you've seen what my love is, and my fear matches it in size. Where love runs deep, even the smallest doubt feels huge, and when fear grows huge, it's because love is even greater. Truly, my love, I must leave you, and soon. My body is already starting to fail me, and you will remain here in this bright world, respected, cherished, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find another husband just as kind. Oh, curse the thought! To love another would betray my very soul. Let me be damned if I ever take a second husband. Only a woman who murdered the first could marry again. Hamlet aside. Ooh, bitter stuff. The reasons people marry again are selfish ones, practical, not romantic. If I take another man to bed, it's like killing my first husband all over again. I believe you truly mean what you say now, but people often break the promises they make. Intention is just a memory's servant, born in passion, but too weak to last, like unripe fruit clinging to the tree, only dropping when it's good and ready. We often forget to pay the debts we owe ourselves when the feeling fades. What we swear in that heat of passion dies when the passion does. Grief and joy both cancel themselves out. When joy peaks, grief lurks, and grief finds ways to celebrate too, on flimsy course. Nothing lasts forever, and not even love. And it's no shock that when fortune changes, so do our hearts. The question still stands. Does love guide luck, or luck guide love? When a powerful man falls, so do his friends. Raise a poor man, and even enemies become pals. So love tends to follow fortune. A man with plenty never lacks friends, but one in need will quickly find his fake friends turn foes. But to return to my point, our plans and fate run on opposite tracks. We can think for ourselves, but how it all ends? That's out of our hands. So you might swear to never marry again, but those words may die with me when I die. May the earth refuse me food, the heavens deny me light. May I be barred from rest or peace by day or night. May all my hopes collapse into despair, and a beggar's joy in prison be all I get to share. May every joy I seek be turned around, and every good I wish for just break down. Let endless sorrow haunt me, now and beyond this life. If I ever once made widow, I become a wife. Ooh, if she breaks that vow now, it's deeply sworn, sweetheart. Leave me here a bit. My spirits drag, and I'd gladly cheat this boring day with some sleep. He sleeps. Sleep. Soothe your mind, and may no bad luck come between us two. I exit. Madame, what do you think of this play? The lady protests way too much, if you ask me. Oh, but she'll stick to her promise. Have you caught the plot? Nothing offensive in it? Oh, no. It's just a joke. Poison and jest. No harm meant at all. What's the play called? The Mousetrap. Yeah, really, it's symbolic. This play is basically a mirror of a murder that happened in Vienna. The Duke's name is Don Gonzago, his wife Batista. You'll see soon enough. It's a sneaky little scheme. But whatever. Your Majesty, and anyone here with a clean conscience, we've got nothing to worry about. Let the guilty ones squirm. The rest of us can sit tall and unbothered. This here is Lucianus, the king's nephew. You're a great narrator, my lord. I'd know the whole story about you and your boyfriend if only I could watch your little puppets playing around. Very sharp, my lord, very sharp. Oh, and it takes some serious moaning from you to wear me out. Even sharper still. And somehow cruder too. So you play your husbands for fools, huh? Alright, murderer, get on with it. Damn it, stop fussing over your cursed makeup and start the play. Come on, that croaking raven screaming for the revenge. Dark thoughts, ready hands, perfect poison, and the right moment. A wicked plan with no one watching. You foul brew, made from midnight herbs, cursed 3 times by Hecate's dark magic. Use your natural power and deadly force to take over this healthy life right now. He pours the poison into the sleeper's ears. He's poisoning him right there in the garden of his own house. The guy's name's Gonzago. The whole story is out there, written in fancy Italian. You'll soon see how the murderer wins over Gonzago's wife. The king's getting up. What? Scared by fake flames? How's my lord doing? Cut the play short. Give me some light. Let's go. Lights! 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 Everyone exits except Hamlet and Horatio. Why let the wounded deer go off and cry while the unharmed deer keeps on playing? Some folks must stay awake and watch while others get to sleep. And that's just how the world spins along. Wouldn't this little verse, sir, in a whole forest of feathers on my costume, if the rest of my luck goes completely to hell, and with 2 fancy roses sewn onto my scuffed-up shoes, be enough to get me hired to shout lines with a pack of actors, sir? Half a share at best. Please, a whole share. For you know well, my dear Damon, this kingdom once ruled by a mighty Jove himself is now run by a downright feather-fluffed peacock. You could have thrown in a rhyme there. Oh, good, Horatio. The ghost was right. I'd bet 1,000 pounds on it. Did you catch that? Loud and clear, my lord. About the poison talk. Every word. I caught it all. Aha! Ha! Bring on the music. Bring the recorders. If the king doesn't like the play, well, maybe he just doesn't like it for show. Come on, music. Enter Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. My lord, may I have a quick word with you? Sir, I've got a whole saga for you. The king, sir. Yeah, sir. What about him? He's holed up, mad as a hornet. From booze, sir? No, my lord. More like pure rage. You'd think your smarts would make you tell the doctor about this. If I made him face some treatment, it might just rile him up even worse. Listen, my lord, organize your words and don't jump all over the place when I'm trying to talk. I'm calm, sir. Speak your piece. Your mother, the queen, deeply troubled, sent me to see you. You're welcome. No, my lord, that polite greeting isn't quite right. If you're willing to give me a proper answer, I will carry out your mother's orders. If not, forgive me. I'll just take my leave and be done with it. No, I can't. What do you mean, my lord? Give you a proper answer? My brain's messed up, but whatever answer I can manage, I will give it. Or, like you said, give it to my mother. So, enough with the small talk. You said my mother? So, here's what she says. Your behaviors left her shocked and amazed. Wow, a son who can leave his own mother speechless? But is there more to this admiration story? She wants to talk to you privately in her room before you go to bed. Oh, we'll do as she asks, even if she were 10 times my mother. You got anything else to say? My lord, you used to love me once. Yeah, and I still do, by these thieves and sneaks. Oh, come on, my lord, what's eating you? You're basically locking yourself in if you won't share your troubles with your friend. Honestly, sir, I'm stuck. No progress, no upgrade. How is that possible when the king himself already gave you the crown's backing in Denmark? Yeah, but, sir, while the grass grows, that old saying's kind of stale. Players re-enter with recorders. Oh, let me get get one. Oh, come on. Why do you act like you're trying to catch my secrets? Like you want to trap me in some scheme? Oh, my lord, if I'm being too forward, it's just because I care too much. I don't quite get that. Would you play this pipe then? My lord, I can't do it. Please try. I'm telling you, I can't. I'm begging you. I don't know how to play it at all, my lord. It's as easy as lying. Just cover the holes with your fingers, blow into it, and it will produce a beautiful music. Look, these are the holes you need to cover. But I can't make it produce any kind of music. I don't have the skill. See now what a low opinion you have of me? You try to play me like an instrument. You think you know how to manipulate me? Pressing my buttons, figuring me out, getting to the heart of my secrets? You think you can explore the full range of my emotions from the lowest to the highest? This little instrument can produce beautiful music, and yet you say you can't make it speak. So what? Do you think I'm easier to play than a pipe? Call me whatever instrument you like, but even if you try to push my buttons, you're not going to play me. Enter Polonius. God bless you, sir. My lord, the queen wants to speak with you right away. Do you see that cloud over there? The one that looks kind of like a camel. By gosh, it does look like a camel. Actually, I think it looks more like a weasel. Yes, it has the back of a weasel. Or maybe a whale. Very much like a whale. Then I'll go to my mother's soon enough. They're pushing me to the limits. I'll come shortly. I'll tell her that. He exits. Soon. It's easy to say. Leave me, friends. Everyone exits except Hamlet. Now, it's that witching hour of night, when graveyards gape open, and hell itself breathes out its poison onto the world. Right now, I could drink hot blood, and do terrible things so dark that daylight would tremble to see them. But calm now. On to my mother. Oh, heart, don't lose your natural feeling. Don't let the savage soul of Nero take over my chest. Let me be harsh, but not inhuman. I'll speak words as sharp as knives to her, but I won't use any real weapons. In this, my words and my soul will be at odds. Hypocrites. No matter how much my words hurt her, don't let me act on them. My soul never give in to sealing them with action. He exits. Scene 3. A room in the castle. Enter King Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. I don't like him, and it's not safe for us to let his madness run free. So get ready. I'll send you your official orders right away, and you'll take him to England. The stability of our kingdom cannot handle the constant danger that's growing by the hour from his insane behavior. We'll take care of it ourselves. It's out of deep loyalty and sacred duty that we act to protect the many, many people who live and depend on your majesty. An individual person naturally does everything they can, mentally and physically, to protect themselves from harm. But even more so must a ruler. Because the well-being of so many people depends entirely on him. When a king dies, he doesn't fall alone. He pulls down everything around him, like a whirlpool, dragging in nearby things. It's like a massive wheel sat at the top of a mountain, with thousands of smaller things attached to its spokes. When that wheel falls, all those little pieces go crashing down with it. A king never sighs in sorrow alone. His suffering is shared by the whole kingdom. Get ready quickly, I beg of you, for this urgent trip. We're going to put chains on this danger, which right now is running around too freely. We'll hurry, right away. We'll hurry, right away. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern exit. Polonius enters. My lord, he's on his way to his mother's room. I'll hide behind the tapestry so I can secretly listen to their conversation. I'm sure she'll confront him forcefully. And as you wisely said, it's best that someone besides his mother, who might be too biased because of maternal instincts, should overhear what he says when he's caught off guard. Farewell, my lord. I'll check in with you before you go to bed and report what I've learned. Thank you, dear lord. Polonius exits. Ugh. My crime is so foul, it stinks all the way to heaven. It has the mark of the very first curse, the murder of a brother. I want to pray, but I can't, even though my desire to pray is just as strong as my will. But my guilt is even stronger, and it overwhelms my intentions. I'm like a man trying to do two things at once, stuck in place, unable to start either. And in the end, I do nothing. Suppose this damned hand were soaked in my brother's blood. Isn't there enough rain in heaven to wash it clean, make it white as snow? Isn't that what mercy is for? To stand up to sin and show us grace? And what's the point of prayer except for two things? To keep us from sin before we fall, or to forgive us after we've fallen. All right then, I'll try to pray. But what kind of prayer can I say? Forgive me for my terrible murder? That can't happen. Not while I still enjoy the rewards of that murder, the crown, my ambitions, and my queen. Can someone really be forgiven while still holding on to the thing they sinned for? In this corrupt world, the golden hand of crime can push aside justice. It's often seen that a criminal can buy his way out of the law. But it's not like that in heaven. There's no cheating there. Their actions are judged for what they truly are. And we must stand face to face with our sins and confess them fully. So what now? What can I do? Try repentance? What if I can't truly repent? Oh, what a miserable situation. Oh, heart black as death. Oh, soul stuck like a bird in glue. Struggling to break free only to be more trapped. Help me, angels. Give me a chance. Bend stubborn knees and hearts hard as steel soften. Become as tender as newborn babies. Maybe there's still hope. He steps back and kneels to pray. Enter Hamlet. Now I could do it. Perfect timing. He's praying. Yes, now I'll kill him. And then he goes to heaven. And that's revenge? Nah, I need to think this through. A villain kills my father, and I, his only son, send that same villain to heaven as punishment? No, that's more like rewarding him, not avenging my father. My father died without confession, caught off guard, full of sin, unprepared, his soul burdened with all his crimes in full bloom like springtime. Who knows how his judgment turned out? Only heaven. But as far as we can imagine, it wouldn't have gone well for him. And now I should get revenge by killing Claudius while he's cleansing his soul, while he's ready to die in grace. No way! Put your sword away, Hamlet. Wait for a better moment. When he's drunk or furious or in bed with my mother in his incestuous lust, or gambling or cursing or doing anything clearly sinful, then strike him so he dies with no chance of salvation, and his soul is damned to hell where it belongs. My mother's waiting. This mercy is only a delay. It just extends his miserable life. Hamlet exits. The king stands up and steps forward. My words go up to heaven, but my thoughts stay down here on earth. Words without sincere thoughts never reach heaven. He exits. Scene 4. Another room in the castle. Enter Queen and Polonius. He'll be here any moment. Make sure you really confront him. Tell him his behavior has been way out of line, and that you, your grace, have protected him and kept others' anger off his back. I'll stay quiet right here. Please be firm and direct with him. Mother! 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 Don't worry, I've got this. Hide yourself. I hear him coming. Polonius hides behind the curtain. Hamlet enters. Now, Mother, what's going on? Hamlet, you've deeply offended your father. No, Mother, you've deeply offended my father. Oh, come on, you're speaking foolishly. No, you're asking wicked questions. Oh my gosh, what's gotten into you, Hamlet? Okay, what's going on now? Have you forgotten who I am? No, by the cross, absolutely not. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and I wish to God that that weren't true. And yes, you are my mother. Well then, I'll call someone who can talk some sense into you. Oh, come on now, sit down. You're not going anywhere. You're going to stay right here until I hold a mirror up to you so you can see the very depths of your soul. What are you going to do? You're not going to kill me, are you? Help! Help! Polonius from behind the curtain. Help! Help! Someone help! What's this? A rat? Draws his sword. You're dead. I swear it. Dead for a coin. He stabs through the curtain. Polonius from behind. Oh! I've been killed. He falls and dies. Oh my God! What have you done? I don't know. Was it the king? He pulls back the curtain and reveals Polonius. Oh, what a reckless and bloody act this is. Yes, a bloody deed indeed. Almost as bad, dear mother, as killing a king. and then marrying his brother. Killing a king? Yes, madame. That's what I said to Polonius' body. You miserable, reckless, nosy fool. Farewell. I thought you were someone more important. I'll deal with the consequences. You've learned that being too nosy can be dangerous. To Gertrude, stop wringing your hand. Sit down. Let me wring your heart instead. And I will, if it's made of anything I can reach. If sinful habit hasn't hardened it so much that it's become numb and armored against feeling. What have I done that you dare speak to me with such harsh, angry words? Such a deed, it stains the face of modesty, makes virtue look like a lie, wipes the blush of innocence from love's pure face and replaces it with a blister of shame. It makes marriage vows as worthless as the lies gamblers tell. A deed so foul, it rips the soul out of every idea of marriage and turns sacred religion into nothing but a bunch of empty words. Even the face of heaven turns red with shame. Yes, this solid, massive earth itself, with a mournful expression, seems sick to its core, as if it dreads the final judgment. That's how horrifying this act is. Oh my God. What act is this that makes so much noise and sounds like thunder just from the introduction? Look at this picture, and then at this one. The true likeness of two brothers. See the grace on this brow? Like Hyperion, the sun god. The noble forehead of Jove himself. Eyes like Mars that command and strike fear. A stance like Mercury descending from the heavens to land on a mountain top that kisses the sky. A figure and a face where every god seemed to place his seal to prove. This is what a man should be. This was your first husband. Now look at your current one. A rotting, moldy ear of corn ruining the healthy crop. Do you have eyes? Could you stop feasting on that glorious mountain and now fatten yourself in some swamp? Do you have eyes? Don't call it love. At your age, passion no longer rules the blood. It's subdued and should follow reason. And for what reason could make you go from that to this? Surely you still have senses, or else you wouldn't be able to move. But your senses must be paralyzed. Even madness wouldn't make a mistake this bad. No kind of ecstatic emotion would be so blind as to not retain some tiny bit of judgment in a choice this obvious. What devil tricked you while playing this blind man's bluff? Eyes with no feeling, feeling with no sight, ears but no hands or eyes. Or maybe only a sick, damaged piece of one's true sense could be so dazed and unaware. Shame! Where's your blush? If even a mature woman like you could rebel and fall into lust, then how can we expect young people to stay virtuous? Why pretend to be ashamed if even cold, frosty age burns with desire as fiercely as youth? In the end, even reason becomes the accomplice of lust. Oh, Hamlet, stop. Say no more. You're making me look deep into my own soul, and what I see there is such a dark, stained spots that they'll never be washed away. No, but to keep living in the foul, sweaty stench of a stained bed, soaked in corruption, sweet-talking and making love like pigs in a filthy sty. Don't say another word. Your words stab into my ears like daggers. Please, no more, dear Hamlet. A murderer and a villain, a worthless man, not even 1/20th the worth of your first husband. A mockery of royalty, a thief of the throne and the kingdom, who snatched the crown from the shelf and stuffed it in his own pocket. No more! A king made of rags and scraps. The ghost enters. Save me, and shield me with your wings, you angels of heaven. What do you want, noble spirit? Oh, no, he's gone mad. Aren't you here to scold your slow son, who, caught up in emotion and delay, has failed to carry out your terrifying command? Please, tell me. Don't forget your mission. I've come only to sharpen your dulled resolve. But look, your mother is in shock. Step in and help her. Her soul is at war with itself. Imagination and emotion work most powerfully in the weakest minds. Speak to her, Hamlet. Mother, how are you? Oh, no. What's wrong with you? Why are you staring at nothing and talking to empty air? Your eyes look wild, like soldiers suddenly woken by an alarm. Even your hair, like something dead, is standing on end. Oh, my dear son, calm your hot and fevered madness with some patience. What are you looking at? At him! At him! Look how pale he stares. His shape and message together so powerful. They could move even stones to feel. Don't look at me like that or with that sad expression. You will soften me, and then my harsh purpose will lose its force. Tears instead of blood. Who are you talking to? Don't you see anything there? Nothing at all. Just what's really here. And didn't you hear anything? No, nothing. Only us. Why, look there! Look how he slips away. My father, dressed just as he lived. Look, he's leaving now, right through the door. The ghost exits. This is just something your mind made up. Your madness is very good at inventing things with no body. Madness. My pulse beats as calmly as yours and sounds just as healthy. What I've said isn't madness. Test me. I'll restate it all clearly. Madness would just ramble. Mother, for God's sake, don't soothe your conscience by saying that it's my madness, not your guilt speaking. That would just cover up the sore with a thin film, while the rot underneath grows worse, unnoticed. Confess to heaven. Repent your past. Stay away from sin in the future. Don't spread manure on weeds to make them grow stronger. Forgive me for being virtuous, because in these bloated, corrupt times, even virtue must beg pardon from vice, must vow and plead just to do good. Oh, Hamlet, you split my heart in two. Then throw away the worst half and live a better life with the part that's left. Good night. But don't go to my uncle's bed. Pretend to be virtuous, even if you're not. Habit is a monster that devours all feeling, but in this one thing, it's like an angel. If you keep doing good things, they'll become as natural as bad ones. Hold back tonight, and it'll make tomorrow's restraint easier, and the next day even easier. Habit can almost change your very nature. It can either restrain the devil in you or drive him out completely. Once more, good night. And when you want a blessing, I'll ask you for one. Ask for this man, gestures to Polonia's body. I regret what I did, but heaven willed it this way, to punish me with his death and him through me. I'll take care of the body and take full responsibility for killing him. So again, good night. I must be cruel only to be kind. This is just the beginning of worse things to come. One more word, good lady. What should I do? Definitely not this. Don't let that bloated king seduce you back into bed. Pinch your cheek like a lover, call you his pet, and for a couple of greasy kisses or his filthy hands on your neck, make you spill everything. That I'm not really mad. Just pretending. You might think it's wise to tell him, but what woman, queen, beautiful, sober, and wise would hide something so important from a troll with a bat, a tomcat like him? No. Don't. Against all reason and secrecy, open the basket on the rooftop. Let all the birds escape and, like the legendary ape, climb into the basket yourself, only to fall and break your own neck. Be assured, if words are made of breath and breath is life, then I have no life left to speak after what you've said to me. I have to go to England. You know that, right? Oh dear, I'd forgotten. Yes, that's already been decided. The letters are sealed, and my two old school friends, whom I trust as much as I trust fanged snakes, are carrying the orders. They're supposed to escort me and lead me into a trap. Let it play out. It's fun to watch the plotter get caught by his own bomb. And I'll make sure to dig beneath their scheme and blow them to the sky. Oh, it's sweet when two plots collide head-on. This guy here has made me act. I'll drag his body into the next room. Mother, good night. This advisor is now perfectly quiet, perfectly secret, and perfectly serious. Though in life, he was just a foolish, chattering fool. Come on, sir. Time to wrap this up. Good night, Mother. He exits, dragging Polonius. This is the end of Act 3 of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, the play by William Shakespeare, read for you by Weirdo. Thank you.